My video for August the 6th, 2018, which is video number 2809 for me, is entitled Healing the Disowned Aspects of Our Self. There was a period some time ago that I watched Teal Swan's videos regularly. I resonated with so much of what she had to say. Yesterday, I came across one of her videos dealing with the shadow side entitled Shadow Work versus Positive Focus. I also watched a related video by psychologist Ralph Smart entitled How to Turn the Monsters Inside Your Head into Your Best Friends. As I see it, the concepts in these videos need to be explored by many in the spiritual community. Teal related how Esther Hicks' husband died of cancer, which, she said, is caused by suppressing the negative feelings often labeled our dark side. For those who don't know, Esther is one of the so-called New Thought gurus, a very famous one. For me, this is an issue that has caused me the loss of several friends over the years. To me, telling the truth of our experience and the feelings that arise is essential if we are to become whole spiritually and emotionally. Those who suppress emotions because they are seen as negative are greatly damaging themselves and the larger human community. I call it the religion of denial, or the avoid dance, and I see it as serving the dark agenda of control through fraud. Indeed, if we would really know the truth and embrace it, we would be free. That's the beginning step of becoming free from the bondage in which we as humans find ourselves in 2018. We've been here a long time, so we don't remember what it's like to actually be free. And we don't know what it's actually like to live in a world where our leaders tell us the truth. Our leaders have been lying to us from the beginning because God made a mistake. And I'm going to keep on saying that. God made a mistake in allowing liars and the lie itself to reach a place where it is dominant, not just existent, but dominant. The problem is not the existence of being able to lie. The problem is allowing liars to arise to the place where they control others and rob others of their free will. And we're robbed of our free will by not knowing the truth. Bottom line, has nothing to do with anything other than believing lies. And if you haven't noticed, our leaders are expert liars. I've told in recent videos and others how Hillary, when somebody made the thing that Hillary and Bill would be in the elevator together, arguing vehemently. And they'd get out of the elevator with big smiles where their public persona was being shown. And I get it. We want to put our best face forward. We've been taught to do that. All of us have. It's part of the human culture and culturization, however, I don't know if that's the right word even. But it's part of the training that we have as human beings to always put our best face forward. And it makes sense. We don't want to go around with frowns on our face all the time. But we do need to come to the realization that the things that we try to hide from others are things that are within ourselves that need to be dealt with. And by dealing with them, I don't mean by suppressing it. I mean by bringing it up within our own consciousness so that the unconscious becomes conscious, so that that which has been suppressed has the ability to heal by being recognized. The parts of ourselves that we don't recognize, the shadow elements of ourselves, those are the ones that cause all of the grief in our lives. We've got to start with that. If we don't, as long as we are led down the path of deception and manipulation through concealment, we're not ever going to be free, folks. It doesn't work any other way. It can't work any other way. Now, I've listened to Esther Hicks in the past, and I like a lot of what Esther says. But bear in mind, as Teal pointed out, that she and her husband were following this don't admit any negative stuff doctrine for a long time. Stay positive. Focus on the good. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. That's a path that leads to great harm and disease, whether it manifests as cancer or whether it manifests as a political system that is totally corrupted. It is a system that eats away at the very life of the individual and of human culture. It eats the very life force energy, because we can't just simply sidestep the issues that we are given to deal with. And now I'm speaking as if we're given those issues. We're presented with this as part of our life experience so that we can grow, so that good can come out of what doesn't seem very nice or very good. But it has to come out because God, the Creator, ultimately had a good intention. I can't help but want to still believe that. I can't believe that we were created by malevolent beings or a malevolent being. I can't believe that. That's contraindicated to my whole consciousness. Everything in me says, no, it can't be that way. There has to be a positive, a good reason for being. And there has to be a way out of the conundrum in which we find ourselves. And that conundrum, that problem that exists all around us, is based on the fact that we have been encouraged to hide that which we label as negative. And even labeling it as negative is negative. It's not negative if we embrace it and just say, well, it's a part of our experience. It's a part of our life. And we embrace it. And that is the transformative means by which we overcome the darkness. So we have to heal. I'm calling for us to heal this shadow aspect of ourself and heal it by owning it. You don't have to tell the whole world all your deepest, darkest secrets, but it's important that you tell yourself, and it's important that you probably at least have a few friends that you can talk to honestly about it, that aren't going to put you down for exposing some of your negative characteristics that are labeled negative. Again, we need the positive and the negative in order for there to be life in a physical form. Light and darkness cannot exist separately from each other. Light is what casts shadows, okay? It's what enables us to see. And it's the negative things that enable us to see what needs to be addressed so that we can become whole beings, so that we can be healthy, so that we can truly be spiritual and not just religious. Religion is denial. Spirituality is coming out of denial and telling the truth. Thank you for listening. Namaste.